It is that time, guys. We have to break down Nvidia, do an update on the charts, see how the stock's doing right now, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do, and we'll break down some other stocks later in the video. But first, guys, of course, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, join the free email stock newsletter, and check out my Patreon if you guys want to keep up with what I'm doing in real time in my portfolio. All those links are down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Take a sip of your coffee. Actually, water in this case. My mind is not working right clearly here, guys. And let's dive into it. So check it out. It is about 2 p.m., almost 2 p.m. on the East Coast, and Nvidia stock is up 2.5%. And by the way, the entire stock market's up except for the Dow right now. The Dow's down about 20-30 points, pretty much at break even, while the S&P's up 0.3, the Nasdaq rather up 0.6, and the Russell's up almost 1%. So it's pretty clear right now, guys. Nvidia stock is bouncing off this low mid 150s mark, which we covered in recent videos, and now we're making our way back towards all-time highs. You heard that right. You're noticing here on the intraday, we've been really bouncing right out of the gate. We've ripped out of open, and we're up around $4 a share. And the more you pull the layers back, the more you realize exactly that. You can see here, we hit about 160. I think that was on Monday or Friday. Either way, we hit that point. Then we saw a pull down yesterday, Tuesday. We got down to about 151. And notice today, we hit that same point. If I zoom in a little bit here, you guys can see we hit 151 yesterday. And again, we hit it this morning. So what does this look like? This kind of looks like a double bottom breakout forming on Nvidia. You guys are seeing it right here. Double bottom at about 150 to 152, followed by today's pop now to 157 plus, right? So you're kind of noticing a double bottom breakout on this intraday chart, or on the 5-day chart, excuse me. And then if I pull up this 30-minute chart, you can see it even better, right? We saw a big move from 141 to 160, saw the little cool off, the pullback. Now we got the double bottom, and we're starting to break out of the 50 and the 180 moving averages on this 30-minute chart, which is ideal. And on the 1-hour chart, same thing. Double bottom above the 180 SMA. We're bouncing off of it, and we're taking out the 50 moving average on this time frame, which is ideal. And on the 4-hour chart, isn't this playing out exactly like we covered? Not to toot my own horn, guys, but sometimes I got to do it. Who else is going to do it, right? We outlined how Nvidia, I thought, and I still think, we're going to bounce off this 150 to 152 level, or at least consolidate above it for a little bit. And that's exactly what we're doing, right? You guys probably remember, you should remember, Nvidia was under 150 to 152 for months, right? We were struggling to get out of there. We finally broke out of it a couple days ago. Then we followed it with a pullback, right? We held 152 as support now. Again, the double bottom pop off that level. I'm not surprised. We called this out pretty much to a T, and I think Nvidia will remain above 150 in the time being. And ultimately, I think this breakout above this 150 level, which, mind you, we didn't. It took us 8 months pretty much to hit new all-time highs. Now that we're finally breaking out of here, I think this is the breakout that's going to get us to 175 plus. But in the meantime, it might consolidate a little bit. It might chill around 155, 160 before it starts to make that next big move. What do you guys think about that, by the way? Let me know down below in the comments. And by the way, I was looking at my analytics. I think 50% of you guys watch the content here on YouTube, which I appreciate appreciate you for doing that, by the way. But 50% of you guys are not subscribed. So you watch the content, which I appreciate it, but you're not subscribing. So if that's you, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 100K subs here on YouTube. And let's carry on. Let's cover some other stocks here. And by the way, guys, check out that email stock newsletter. Again, it's free, and I'm sending out my top stocks weekly right to your email. That's linked down below. So let me share with you guys some other movers. AMD today is up 2%, and AMD looks extremely good on the charts here, guys. Maybe really good for a swing trade, honestly. So by now, you guys probably know AMD stock has been reversing. We hit $75 a couple months ago. Now we've broken well over $100. In fact, we've almost doubled off those lows. I think at one point we did. So we hit 75. We got all the way to 150, which 75 times 2 is 150. That's a double up. So we doubled up. And as expected, AMD stock is selling off a little bit, right? Excuse me, guys. Down to about 138, 140. And notice how back in January, that's where we held, or not held, but that's where we saw big resistance. Even back in December, back at 130 to 132. So notice where we pulled down to and where we got buyers this morning. We went from 148 down to 132 to 133, 134. And now we're starting to rally. And you can see it even better here on the intraday chart. We got down to 134. Popped all the way to 140 about an hour ago. Now we're at 138.70. So this is clearly rebounding, right? Or continuing the uptrend. However you want to put it, it looks like it's doing that. So I like the way AMD is looking. I'm long AMD, by the way, and I'm long Nvidia. I own both of them. And I think AMD's going higher, guys. I think it's only a matter of time. And let's quickly look at some other stocks in the space. ARM Holdings looks very similar to AMD on the charts. Very hot, but simply pulling back. I feel like this could be a nice continuation play. ARM is the ticker. Let's see. TSM, I haven't looked at this one in a little bit. TSM's up 3.5% today, guys. Big move for Taiwan Semiconductor. Let's see. I'm not sure exactly why it's moving. I'm pretty sure. Well, I know for sure we got a deal with Vietnam. The U.S. trade war. We got to deal with the U.K., right? Now we have a deal with Vietnam. Maybe that's pushing stocks up like Taiwan Semiconductor. I don't know why. I think for sure it's pushing up Nike on the flip side here, which kind of is hurting my short. I bought puts on Nike a couple days ago. I'm down on those, but I'm holding on tight. I still think those puts are going to make me money. But in the meantime, I'm down as Nike stock's going up on the Vietnam deal that we got. But hey, we'll see how that works moving forward. I think Lulu's popping as well, last I checked, or maybe not anymore. Down about 0.25% now, but overall, guys, that's pretty much it. Keep your eyes on Nvidia, ARM Holdings, AMD. I like all these stocks in the short term. Clear momentum names, especially, AMD, Nvidia, man. They're crushing it. ARM Holdings on the dip as well. Looks pretty interesting. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Run the likes up. Check out the portfolio updates on Patreon if you're interested. That link is down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.